Hello everyone, this is Paulo Sridhar, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology. I am here to present you a lecture series on Digital Electronics 3rd semester, Diploma ETCE. The course code is ETCE/DE/is3. So, welcome back and let us start the lecture 6. This is the part 1 of lecture 6, which deals with the unit number systems and basic logic gates. In the previous lectures, we have seen the overview of the digital electronics subject. That is, first we studied about the digital and the analog systems, then functions of the digital systems. Next, after that, we have started number systems. Then we have studied how the number systems are being differentiated, like the binary number system, decimal number systems, then hexadecimal number system, octal number systems, and how we can convert from one number system to another. Next, we have studied about the complement numbers, that is 1 is complement and 2 is complement, and also the sign magnitude form of a number. So after all this, we are going to start the logic gates. Now, before starting the logic gates, one thing should be coming to our mind. That is, what is a logic or what is a logic design? So we will learn all this about the logic and the basic gates in the next slides. Now, logic gates are the fundamental building blocks of a digital system. Now, suppose there is a word gate. When there is a word gate, what does the first thing come to our mind? That it is like a switch. That is, it will be open or closed. Gates can be open or closed. So depending upon some logic, the gates will be open or closed. That is, the gates will be giving the output 0 or 1 depending on some logics. What will be the logics? Their logics are some combinations. So depending upon the combinations, the output levels will be decided. So the name logic gate is derived from the ability of such a device to make decisions, in the sense that it produces one output level when some combinations of input levels are present, and a different output level when other combinations of input levels are present. So this logic and this gates, all these are clear to us. Now next is, there are 3 types of gates, or there are 3 basic gates. What are the 3 basic gates? First is AND, next is OR, and other one is NOT. The NOT gate is also known as an inverter. The fact that computers are able to perform very complex logic operations stems from the way that these elementary gates are interconnected. So gates are employed in logic design, and also logic gates are electronic circuits. Why these logic gates are electronic circuits? Because they are made up of number of electronics devices and components. They are constructed in a wide variety of forms. Normally, we use the technology like LSI, that is large scale integrated circuits, and VLSI, very large scale integrated circuits. Now, moving on to integrated circuits, we need to know what are integrated circuits. ICs are the circuits where there are lots and lots of circuits embedded in a single IC. That is the integrated circuits. So these integrated circuits or the gates are not easily accessible. That is, from the outside you cannot easily access this one. So this can be used in other components to make the logic circuits. Now, what is the next point? Input and the outputs of the logic gates occur only in two levels. This means that either there are two levels, that is either high and low, true or false, or on and off, or simply 1 and 0. A table which lists all the possible combinations of the input variables and the corresponding outputs is called the truth table. Now, this truth table concept will be used in digital electronics from henceforth. That is, after that we will be using the truth table concept. And what is a truth table? Some combinations will be given. That is combinations of 0, 1. Suppose 2-bit combinations are given. That is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. In binary, we are writing from 0 to 3. That is 2-bit combinations. And the corresponding outputs will be written. That is a truth table. The truth table shows how the logic circuit's output responds to various combinations of logic level at the inputs. In the later part of the classes, we will be seeing how these outputs we were getting and also the detailed analysis of the truth table. So let us go to the next slide. So we are starting with the AND gate. The AND gate has two or more inputs but only one output. This is a very important thing. AND gate can have two or more outputs. That is, multiple outputs can be there, but AND gate always has one output. Now the output assumes the logic 1 state. This is the logic 1 state when each of the inputs is at logic 1 state. This is a very important thing, that the output assumes the logic 1 state when each of the inputs is at logic 1 state, and the output assumes the logic 0 state. These are the 3 0 states if one of the inputs is 0. So the AND gate can be termed as an all or nothing gate. Now let us come back here and see, this is the logic symbol. This is the logic symbol. Logic symbols means a circuit or the logic circuit. This is the logic circuit. This is the symbol of the OR gate. This whole one is a symbol of the OR gate. That is, this is the symbol of the OR gate. And here, this A and B are the inputs. More inputs can also be there, as the AND gate can have multiple outputs. But here we are showing a 2-input AND gate. Here we are showing a 2-input AND gate. This A and B are the inputs and X is the output. Here see one thing, that X is equal to A, B. This is the Boolean expression of AND gate. In exams, you will be asked to write the expression of the AND gate. Sometimes students, all of us, get confused that what is the expression, what is the Boolean expression. We know the expression, but from where does that Boolean expression comes? So just remove the confusion and just write the expression. That is, the Boolean expression is nothing but just the expression or the logic expression of the AND gate is A dot of B. You can write AB also, and you can also give the dot operation. The dot operation is the AND gate operation. And AND gate means nothing but the multiplication of the input. Output is the multiplication of the input. That is A dot of B. If there is another input, suppose there are 3 inputs A, B and C. So X will be equal to A dot B dot C. So this is the logic symbol. These are the inputs and X is the output. Now from here we are going to the truth table. Now see, when the first combination 0 into 0. 0 into 0, you already have done all this in binary multiplication. You know 0 into 0 is 0. So write 0. 0 into 1 is again 0. 0. 1 into 0 is 0. and 1 into 1 is 1. So as I had already told you that in case of AND gate, only if two of the inputs is equal to 1, then only the output is equal to 1. Otherwise, in each of the cases, it is 0. And this is a very important thing in case of an AND gate. This combination is a very important combination in the case of an AND gate. Now, see, this AND gate is called the all or nothing gate. As I had already told you that the AND gate, therefore, can be defined as a device whose output is 1 only if all of its input is equal to 1. So, it is all or nothing gate. All means two inputs are 1, then only it is, that is the output is 1. Or nothing gate means, or in all of the combinations except one combination, out of the 4 combinations, 3 combinations are only 0. That is the output is 0. But in only one combination, that is in the 4th combination, when 2 of the inputs is equal to 1, then only the output is equal to 1. And this is the symbol of the AND gate, that is dot. This is the dot. And AND gate means you are doing the multiplication of the inputs. So I hope the 2 input AND gate is clear to you all. Next is the 3 input AND gate. This is the logic symbol. Again, I want to remind you that X is equal to A dot B dot C, where A is the input, B is the input, and C is the input. This is a multiple input AND gate. It consists of 3 inputs, A, B, and C, and X is the output, where it is A dot of B dot of C. Either you can give the dot or you cannot. If you write A, B, C, it is also correct. That is, either you can write A dot B dot C or you write A, B, C. Both of these are correct. And this is the logic symbol. Logic symbol means this one. This is the logic symbol. Next is the truth table. This is a truth table. That is 0, 0, 0 gives the output as 0. 0, 0, 1 gives the output as 0. 0, 1, 0 gives the output as 0. Again 0, 1, 1 gives the output as 0. 1, 0, 0 gives the output as 0. 1, 0, 1 gives the output as 0. 1, 1, 1, sorry, 1, 1, 0 gives the output as 0. And 1, 1, 1 gives the output as 1. And as I had already told, in the case of a 2 input AND gate, this is correct for all the multiple inputs AND gate, that when all of the inputs are equal to 1, then only the output is equal to 1. Otherwise, everywhere the output is equal to 0 in all the combinations, except in the case of all the inputs to be 1, then only the output is equal to 1. In all other cases, the output is equal to 0. In all other cases, the output is equal to 0. See, in this case, whole of this is equal to, all these are zeros, and here only it is 1. So, we are going to the next slide. This is the multi-input AND gate. Now, I told you that AND gate can have inputs equal to 1, sorry, inputs equal to 2 or more, that is multiple input. For understanding, for making you to understand the concept, I have added this one, that is multi-input AND gate. Now, AND gate can be mathematically produce the output equal to the multiplication of the inputs, and also the operation is defined by a dot operator. Already you know these points. Now we can design an n input AND gate by cascading the other AND gates and its inputs. This is the method of cascading. Cascading means adding one to another. Now commercially only 2 input AND gates, 3 input AND gates and 4 input AND gate ICs are available. But if we need additional inputs, we have to cascade the additional AND gate at the inputs of the ICs. Now here we are showing the example of an 6 input AND gate. Here A, B, C, D, E and F are the 2 input AND gates. And this is one AND gate, this one is one AND gate, and this one is the third AND gate. So A and B are the inputs of the first AND gate, C and D are the inputs of the second AND gate, and E and F are the inputs of the third AND gate. From here, AB is coming, CD is coming, EF is coming, and these 3 inputs are going to the as the input in the case of the fourth AND gate. So we are getting the output as equal to X. So X will be equal to A dot B dot C dot D dot E dot F. This is the output of the 6 input AND gate. So if it is N, so it will go on like this. N means adding more and more number of AND gates. So the output will go on like this: A dot B dot C dot E dot F dot G, like it will go up to N. So you can design multi-input AND gates. Next is the ICs of the AND gate. This one is IC 7408. Next is IC 7411 and third one is IC 7421. All these are the 74 series TTL IC families. So IC 7408 is a TTL IC and it contains 4 2-input AND gates. Now IC 7411 contains 3 input. It contains 3 3-input AND gates, and IC 7421 contains 2 4-input AND gates. So basically, as I already told you, these are the commercial ICs that we will be using. Now in our lab, that is in digital lab, we will be using IC 7408, and this IC is a very important IC in the case of the experiments we are going to do in lab also. Now we need to know the detailed pin diagram and also the detailed pin configuration of IC 7408, which we will be using in the lab. IC 7408 is a 2-input AND gate which consists of 4 number of AND gates. Now this is the pin configuration or diagram of the IC 7408. See, written here it is 7408 quad 2-input AND gate. Why it is written as quad? Quad is written because there are 4 number of AND gates: 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now typically the standard ICs are available in 14 chip, 14 pins. This chip is of 14 pins. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This configuration is universal in the case of IC 7408. Now this is the notch, and from here you will be starting the counting. Whenever you will be getting an IC, there is a notch here. This is the notch. Normally the ICs are black in color. You will be having a notch here. After the notch, you will go on counting, that is 1, 2. This 1 and 2 are the inputs. Say this one is the pin number and the pin description. This 1 and 2 are the inputs and 3 is the output. Similarly, 4 and 5 are the inputs, 6 is the output. 7 is ground, 8 is the output, 9 and 10 are the inputs. 13 and 12 are the inputs and 11 is the output, and 14 is VCC or VC. Now pin number 14 is supplied with a maximum output of 5.2 volt DC. If the supply voltage increases 5.2 volts, then the IC may be damaged due to high supply. And this is a very important thing. That is the supply voltage. If the voltage exceeds the said voltage, then the chip may damage. Now, this is the pin number and description. This one number pin, as I already have told you, but again let me tell you. 1 is input gate 1, 2 is input gate 1, 3 is output gate 1, 4 is input gate 2, 5 is input gate 2, 6 is output gate 2, 7 is ground, 8 is output gate 3, 9 is input gate 3, 10 is input gate 3, 11 is output gate 4, 12 is input gate 4, 13 is input gate 4, and 14 is positive supply voltage. See, whenever you are doing an experiment or you are using an IC 7408 AND IC, which consists of four 2 input AND gates. That is, first one is this one, first AND gate, second AND gate, third AND gate, and fourth AND gate. So you can connect this VCC to 5 volts, and this 7 you can connect to 0, or you are giving it to ground. Remember these things. Next is the application of the AND gate. Mainly there are 2 applications of the AND gate. First one is the enable gate, and second one is the inhibit gate. Enable gate means allowance of data through the channel, and inhibit gate is just the opposite, that is disallowance of the data through the channel. Now we are going to show you a simple example to understand the concept. Suppose we are using it in the measurement of frequency of a pulsed waveform. This is the pulsed waveform, and we will be measuring the frequency. Now from the frequency measurement, we need a gating pulse that will be sent to one of the inputs of the AND gate to enable the passage of the waveform whose frequency is to be measured. That is, suppose this is the AND gate, this is the enable AND gate, and here we are showing the example or the application of the enable gate. This is the enable gate, and here a clock is there. Clock means it is a pulsed waveform. We have to measure the frequency, and for the measurement this is first input, second input is the gating pulse. Now in the output we can get the clock input, and we can also measure the frequency. This counter is nothing but it is counting the clock pulse. In the later classes you will be reading the counter, and you can correlate this example with the counter later on. Thank you all. So the next part 2 in the lecture will be of the other basic gates. Thank you.